Well, I'm very pleased to be joined by Brendan Walsh as we look ahead to Future Stars Friday. Imaginationthelady took the win, and you're in Jessamine Stakes. Staying undefeated 2 for 2, broke that maiden at Kentucky Downs going the mile.
She did. She ran very well at Kentucky Downs, ran. We weren't surprised she won. We didn't expect her to win, but we weren't surprised. So it was nice when she showed up like that, and then when she backed it up here.
When did you know that this was a filly with tremendous talent?
We've always liked her. I mean, she's never put a foot wrong. It was just a question of how good she was, Physically, she looked like a filly was going to improve and improve, so it was nice to see her. It's always a bonus when they win first out like that. I thought Frankie gave her a great ride at Kentucky Downs first out. She kind of broke good. Didn't see really another horse, so she probably didn't learn a ton, but she learned a lot more the last day here. She was between horses. She was behind the pace. I think it'll really benefit her in the future.
Now, speaking of the future, Future Stars Friday in the Juvenile Fillies Turf. We're going to cut back to the mile distance again there at Del Mar. What do you think?
I don't think that's going to be a problem for her, the distance. She won going a mile at Kentucky Downs. She could even go a little further. She's got plenty of tactical speed, so it shouldn't be a problem. And I like the way she handled the tighter turns here the last day, so Del Mar shouldn't be really a problem to her.
So I got to talk about the pedigree. This is a daughter of Not This Time, who's just been sensational at stud, son of Giants Causeway himself. He was second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And then she's out of Romanticism by Warfront, second dam, multi-millionaire Sightseek. I mean, that was a horse who was so tremendously talented. She took multiple editions of Grade 1 races, and also half-sister to Tate's Creek, who won the Grade 1 Yellow Ribbon, Millionaire, and the pedigree gets even deeper than that. We're going to go international here because Sightseek's full sister, Cuesta Peak, Dam of Special Duty, who was champion 2-year-old filly in Europe, and then another of her daughters, Exemplify, is the Dam of Expert Eye, who won the Breeders' Cup Mile. And if you really want to get geeky with it, her fifth dam is Hall of Famer Chris Evert. And her half-sister is the Dam of Winning Colors.
Serious pedigree, huge back family, Ren, and of course the stallion is like he's just knocking it out of the park at the moment. He's flying, so it's great. It all bodes well for us.
Well, not a 2-year-old. We would be remiss not to talk about Jin, who punched her ticket to the Breeders' Cup Longines Distaff, winning the Grade 1 Spinster. She just took it from the jump, took them all the way, never backed down, even though she was getting hounded for a good part of the early going.
Yeah, no, that's her, Ren. She's very tough, She did that as well in the spring here when she won the double dog there. And, we went out there and we were aggressive with her. I told Louis to ride her to win and, ride her positively, and he did, and it worked out great.
When you saw that challenge coming from Nitrogen in stretch, a lot of people at the top of the stretch would have thought that the 3-year-old was going to get by her, but Jin was just not going to give that up. No,
that's the admirable quality about her. She's very, very tough. But and they went quick early on too. I saw the fractions and I was like, oh, they're going to tick quick. But she fended off that challenge, and then it looked like Nitrogen was going to go by her at the head of the straight. If you were a betting man, you would have bet that she was going to. But our girl here had other ideas.
Well, I have to ask you, the name Jin, how did you celebrate after the race?
We had a couple of Jins, all right, yeah.
Well, let's shift also to a little Clicquot. This is another really nice horse you've got going to the Breeders' Cup Distaff, 3-year-old filly, and she was sparkling there in the cotillion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, she's done really well all year, and she's done very little wrong. She's 4 for 5, Grade 3, and then a Grade 1 last out, so... And she seems like she's still making a lot of progress. So, I think she's legit, and she goes there with a very good chance.
So, not to put it to the horses, not speaking of the horses, but are you more of a Clicquot guy? You are more of a Jin guy?
I don't know. I'm not going to have any favourites. If either of them won...
well, we're talking about the beverages.
Yeah, well... Like I said, I don't care if either of them win. It'll either be Jin or Clicquot. Either one suits me.
Brendan Walsh, congratulations on all the winning year and success, and we look forward to the Breeders' Cup World Championships at Del Mar.